So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. And I want you guys to pay close attention to who really cares about Joe Rogan using the N-word and who doesn't, okay? Let's get into it.
Over the last 12 years, the N-word has been brought up on the show a handful of times. I'm gonna provide full context for you. On the video, he's not directing the N-word at anybody, okay?
Yeah.
They're either discussing the word itself or he's quoting someone. So watch this video.
Especially like the word that's our he says
Not once has he used it with malicious intent towards somebody, but he was quoting someone or talking about the word itself. Now, on the show, the last 12 years. Does it bother you or does it not?
As soon as I get me a show, it's first thing I'm gonna say, I made it.
Do you care?
Yeah.
Do you guys care?
Absolutely not.
Hell no.
To be honest, I'm not really in the position, being white, to comment on it really necessarily, but it's offensive and it's not our choice. It's not his choice and shouldn't be using it.
All right. So I want you guys to know this right off the bat. He interviewed two black people, right? Two black people we've seen thus far. It seems like three, really. I mean, these two guys plus the other guy. It seems like they don't really care, right? It's just, whatever, right? Dude said a word. The white guy that they interview, he's like, well, you know, I guess, you know, it's wrong, and, you know, he absolutely should not be using that word, and, you know, I'm white, so I really can't speak on it. What he's actually really saying is that I don't want to be canceled, right? I'm afraid to say what I really think, okay? I'm afraid to say what I really think because, you know, as a white person, it's not for me to speak on. I can't speak on whether or not people have the right to freedom of speech, right? Because he's one of these people that believe that a whole group of people owns a word, which I don't believe that. I don't think that a whole group of people can own a word, okay? I think that is anti-free speech, right? So, again, I want you guys just to notice here the discrepancy between how some people, who I would probably categorize as white liberals, react to this versus normal everyday black folks.
It was used originally to oppress people, right? With the ER and such. But you can say the same thing as boy. You know what I mean? Somebody go around talking about, hey, come here, boy. That's up.
Again, what he's getting at here is intent, right? He's getting at how you used it. Did you use it as a slur? Did you use it as a way to try to offend somebody? How did you actually use the word? And we all know that Joe Rogan used the word in a way that he did not intend to offend somebody or to use it in a derogatory way, to use it as a slur. That's not the way he used it, right? So again, this guy right here is smart enough to differentiate between that, but India Irie and the woke mainstream liberal media, apparently they're not, right? All these people with Ivy League degrees, okay, these accomplished artists, they're not smart enough to differentiate between this. But this guy, normal everyday black people, are smart enough to comprehend intent, right? And to differentiate between somebody that's trying to use a derogatory way and somebody that's not, okay?
You know what I mean?
First of all, I'm not on the show and I'm not getting paid, so typically, no, I don't care, okay?
We'll care if we're getting paid a little bit.
Maybe, you know, maybe, but at the end of the day, I still wouldn't care.
It is kind of a debate, you know what I'm saying? If you see people throwing that shit around back and forth, it's like, all right, what are we doing? Are we oppressing ourselves?
Ding, 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 ding. Right? Ding, 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 ding. If you're one of these people that's like, you know, so offended by the N-word, especially if you're black, if you're offended by white people using the N-word, but you use the N-word yourself, how does that work, right? How does that make sense? Because if the word is so bad that you have to ban the use of the word, even if you use it in a way that's not derogatory, if you use it in a way to quote somebody, you know, to repeat what somebody said, to have a discussion about the word, if it's that bad that you just can't say it, why are you saying it? And when you say it, aren't you degrading yourself when you say the word, since the word is supposed to be so bad, right? Again, it's amazing to me how people are so outraged about what Joe Rogan said, but you have rappers and black artists that have made careers and have gotten rich off of the N-word, okay? I think, who said this? Lil Wayne said something like, it's easy to rhyme any word with the N-word, right? It's easy to rap using the N-word, okay? People have made careers off the N-word, but nobody has anything to say about that. But the word is supposed to be so hurtful, right? And the way that some of these rappers use the word, sometimes it's derogatory, right? It is derogatory. It ain't just a term of endearment. It's used in all different types of ways, but it only can be used that way among black people. Okay? So intent doesn't matter when black folks use it. Okay? It's just fair game. You can use it. No big deal because you're black. But white people use it. You can't use it no matter what, regardless of the intent. Okay?
He said he hasn't used it in the last few years, but do you think Spotify should remove him because of that?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Did you guys hear about the scandal recently with the N-word being used?
Yeah, he's terrible.
He's terrible?
He should be off Spotify. I'm behind Neil Young all the way.
If he's not direct...
That is an okay boomer moment, right? That's what you just say, okay boomer, okay? That's what the term okay boomer is appropriate to use.
...directing it at somebody and he's just talking about it with somebody or quoting somebody saying the N-word. Not a big deal.
I don't think so. I don't care.
Do you care?
No. I mean, like, he's not saying nothing bad to me, so I don't care. I don't give a
I don't care.
What about you?
Not at all.
I'm providing full context for people. That video with the N-word being used, it was like a montage, basically.
Right.
None being directed at anybody, but quoting people or...
It doesn't matter. It's offensive.
Why?
You know, ain't it crazy, the difference here? How the white folks are like, oh, no, it doesn't matter. It's offensive, so therefore you can't use it. As if any word that can be deemed offensive should be banned, right? If somebody gets offended by a word, then it should be banned, right? And these people, if they had it their way, the world would be silent, right? Because nobody would better say any words. Because in 2022, everybody's offended by everything, okay? And they're saying that because supposedly it's offensive towards black people, right? But the black people themselves are like, I don't really give a damn, man. I gotta work, right? I gotta take care of myself. I got a life to live. Ain't it amazing, the difference?
Why does anybody even listen to that idiot?
It means that we haven't evolved at all and learned our lessons.
Take him off Spotify.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They're saying cancel him, take him off Spotify, all of that stuff. And we're talking to a lot of black Americans today that are saying, I don't care. Why do you guys think that is?
Because at the end of the day, people know who can and who cannot use that word. And if you are being a true journalist and you're quoting someone, a quote is a quote.
If he's just using it, you have to look at the context of how he's using the word.
If anything that George Floyd taught us was...
Oh, pause. What the hell did George Floyd teach me? George Floyd ain't teach me nothing. Wait, the only thing George Floyd could have taught me, right, is that, your black life only matters if it's lost at the hands of a police officer, right? That's the only thing that George Floyd has taught me, okay? When somebody starts a sentence off with, if we learn anything about what George Floyd has taught us, approach with caution, right? Approach with a lot of skepticism, okay? I think I'm automatically tuning you out. Your opinions, in my opinion, don't matter, okay? Yeah, these are people, this couple right here, they want to cancel Joe Rogan, right? They want to take him off the air. Okay, and part of the reason why they're saying it and they're invoking George Floyd is because it's the white guilt, right? It's a sense of, well, I must say this because I don't want to be seen as racist, right? That's really where it's coming from, right?
To open our eyes and actually see what's in front of us and actually address it, not just keep ignoring it. And by keeping him on, we're ignoring it.
Yeah, I am trying to be clear with people.
Do you say it?
It's not being... No, I don't use the word, but...
Have you ever used it around you? The camera guy's black. You guys are friends. Not even the song, Kanye song.
There might have been a time where I've dropped that word in a song. I would not be surprised by that.
Oh, well, no. I wouldn't care. I'd sing it with you.
Would you have a problem if white people went around calling each other the N-word?
I don't know. I'd find it unusual, maybe. It's just a weird word, you know.
I don't even think I'd care about that.
Bruh, I mean, that's basically the way I feel. Because, I mean, me personally, again, I'm a free speech type of person. I'm like, either everybody can say it or nobody can say it. Okay, that's just kind of where I feel, right? And if, a certain group of people say it, then everybody should be able to say it. If a certain group of people can't say it, then nobody should say it, right? So me personally, I really don't give a damn. I'm not going to go around here trying to police the use of the word because I really don't care. I got too much to worry about, right, than to police the use of a word. So I feel like these guys right here, right? So anybody that's going to call me a Uncle Tom and a C word and all this stuff for saying this, these dudes right here agree with me, right? They agree with me. Are they Uncle Toms and C words? I guess so, according to some folks, okay?
all the going on in the world, that's the last thing I'm worried about.
They're going after him right now. Do you think that he should be maybe taken off of Spotify for that? What are your thoughts?
You know, like I think that they should, because he's been doing a lot of crazy lately.
Doing a lot of crazy stuff like what? Having conversations about controversial things, right? That's crazy, right? Talking about the issues of the day, the news. These people, man, they blow my mind.
And he just thinks he can do whatever he wants, you know?
From what I understand, he said it in context, not saying, you know, the N-word in a derogatory sense. And I think that a lot of it got taken out of context.
Do you care?
Generally speaking, no. I mean, people are going to do what they're going to do. Do I think it's appropriate for him to use it even if he's just repeating what other people said? No, I think it's totally inappropriate. But do I care about Joe Rogan generally or this issue specifically? No, but people are going to want to be upset about whatever they're going to be upset about.
Why do you...
Yeah, so you guys get the gist of it, right? I mean, I'm not going to play the whole video because if you guys want to watch it, I encourage you guys to watch it if you want to watch the whole video to see what the rest of the people say. But you guys kind of see the pattern here.